YouTube, what's good? Episode 1. Wow, this feels good.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to do this shit for a while.
And we spoke about it before.
Yeah, we talked about it. I've been dropping little hints like, yo, I got something on the stove cooking.
Right.
But yeah, man, for those who don't know, I'm Don West, also known as Don West Films. This is the bro Reggie, also known as Reg the Barber.
Yeah, Reg the Master Barber.
Yeah, man. Born and raised out of Queens, New York.
Queens.
Gotta make that known. Currently reside on the West Coast, LA to be exact. Yeah, I got here 2015. Been here since. Yeah, I seen a lot, learned a lot, met a lot of people. When'd you get out here?
I got out here December 31st.
Okay.
2018.
Yeah. I
came for a party and never left.
Damn, that's fire. That's dope. I was living uptown. It was wintertime, and I was commuting from uptown to midtown on the I forgot what train. Must have been the A train. Mm-hmm. But I was on the train one day like, yo, I think it's time for me to give LA a shot. Just get a change of scenery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The weather's a little different, more moderate. Mm-hmm. Not so much precipitation and all of that.
Yeah, you gotta deal with all the seasons.
Yeah,
the rain,
man.
Snow,
we already we born and raised in that. Let's see something else. So
right.
April 1st, 2015, I came out here. And yeah, it's been dope ever since.
Never looked back, huh?
Yeah, nah.
You miss home?
Okay, so sometimes the nightlife I miss.
Okay.
The food I miss. The people, you know, whether we like it or not, we cultivated a community there, being born and raised in New York City. So yeah, you miss that connection with people, just being in the city, being in Manhattan, randomly bumping into whoever, whenever. It's just dope.
I miss summertime in New York.
Summertime,
everybody.
It's the epitome
outside,
of that.
Front of the building.
Right.
The corner store. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I miss that type of stuff.
Word.
Coming, you in maybe Brooklyn or something like that. The cars riding by with the systems and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nah, damn. Yeah. I miss that shit. I say the nightlife, not to just turn up all the time, but the city never sleeps. You can go out at any time and get into whatever, you know what I mean? Right. Whether it's a party, whether it's an event, invite only, it might be formal, might be casual, it might be.
I mean, we found a couple spots like that out here. You know
we found but it wasn't easy.
Right. You kind of be what they call tapped in or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta be. See, like that's the thing. In New York, you don't necessarily gotta be connected. You could kind of just be walking down the block and see what you can fall into it. Here, you gotta kind of know what's happening, or know somebody that knows what's happening, and that's kind of like your in. But what would you, as far as comparing New York to LA, LA to New York, like, do you think? Was moving out here the best decision?
I think so. I think I would have liked to do it earlier, to be honest with you.
Okay.
A little sooner when I was a little younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But everything happens when it's supposed to happen, right? So
yeah.
I'm out here now, and I like the move, to be honest with you. I mean, there's certain things, like quirky things that I notice out here that people in New York don't do, right?
Yeah.
Like it's something that's like people get out their car to go get something out the trunk, and they'll leave their passenger side door open. They leave their door open.
Yeah, that's a little
You know
wild.
what I mean? In New York, we don't do that. Your door will get taken off. You know what I'm saying?
That's a little wild.
But it's just different things, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I do see that. I got a friend of mine. He don't even lock his door to his apartment. He just kind of leave it open,
really?
Unlocked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, there were certain apartments that we would do that, like, like my aunt's apartment, we might leave the door open because people coming in and out and all that.
That makes sense. But just randomly, not
random, nah.
Yeah, like one time he had So I work in video and film production. So I have colleagues and friends that also work in that industry. So there's times where we gotta exchange equipment. He might need a lens and or vice versa. So I had to go grab a lens from his spot. I said, "Yo, you home?" He said, "Nah." I said, "Damn, man, I gotta grab a lens out of there. The lens I loaned to you for the last whatever." And he said, "Oh, go ahead. I'll go in the crib. Go grab it." I said, "What you mean?" He said, "The door's unlocked." I was like, "What?"
Right.
First of all,
Where was he at?
my lens is in there, nigga.
Right.
You can't be leaving shit unlocked.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but he must have been whatever working or I don't know.
So he was just at work. He didn't like go away or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I
He
don't
didn't go too far.
I can't. That might have happened. Come to think about it, he might have been away and left it. Nah, I don't. Nah. I ain't gonna put that out there. Nah, I think he was close by. He wasn't home and the door was unlocked. I was like, yo, you bugging. We don't do that where I'm from.
I mean, nowadays we got the smart apartments, so like you could just unlock the phone.
Exactly.
Unlock the door from the phone.
This was a little before that.
Okay.
That came to fruition, but
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I do miss New York for certain things.
Definitely.
Like I said, we already said the nightlife, the food. Food out here is just different. It's not bad. It's just different. It's like
They have a different selection.
exactly, and I don't think they have as many out here as we do in New York. Like we could go any, pick a continent, pick a country. Like we could find food from that, culture and
Let
tradition.
me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Tacos in New York. Where would you go get tacos from in New York?
That's a great question.
I couldn't think of it. Somebody asked me that. Yo, where would I go in New York to get tacos? And I said I don't really know. I know certain restaurants.
Yeah.
But like a taco spot.
Yeah, nah, I can't. I haven't had a real taco until I got out here.
Right.
Like Mexican food, yeah, I haven't. I had to touch the West Coast and then get introduced to.
Like we got Mexican restaurants.
Right. As far as the Mexican food, they kill it. As far as the Asian food, they kill it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just.
We got a spot not too far from here called Yang Chow.
Fire.
Yang Chow, yeah.
With slippery shrimp.
Right.
Yo.
Yeah.
Everything on the menu go crazy.
And they got a hidden menu though. You got they.
See,
they got hidden menus out here too.
That's what I'm saying. They got hit. You go to In-N-Out. I went to In-N-Out a few nights ago.
Right.
And they have they got the staff on the outside taking your order while you're in the car.
Yeah.
While you're waiting online, and I said, "Yo, what's up with this hidden menu?" She dropped all kind of knowledge. She said, "Okay, so we got the chicken, we got the why you hiding the menu for?"
Right.
Like, don't y'all want to? I don't get it. Like, don't you want to make money while we hiding the menu? But I don't know. It's just crazy. And then the In-N-Out line be down the block. It's just,
I don't know.
It's a different food culture out here.
Yeah.
Food trucks. The food trucks be hitting though.
They definitely.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all kill it with that. But yeah, it's just a change of scenery. Being from New York City, I think the perfect change of scenery is LA. We can't just move anywhere as New Yorkers. We can't just move to. I mean, you got a lot of New Yorkers in Atlanta. You got some in Miami. I would like to think. Got some in Houston.
We all over the place.
We all over the place, but they got to be. We're more comfortable with big cities because we're from a big city.
Right.
So I just, I can't necessarily see myself in
Kansas City somewhere.
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
I gotta visit, and that's another thing. We be trying to get out the country. We gotta travel domestically, see what's going on, like close by.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't know what to expect going to Kansas City, or Indianapolis, or.
Not saying, and look, wait, not to say anything is wrong with those places.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
wrong. Shout out to y'all.
What's the attraction? Like,
small town, big city.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons.
Yeah.
We're from a big city. It's just hard to just move to a small town.
All right.
But I don't know. I mean, honestly, I want to merge into a big topic.
What's that?
Coming from a big city to another big city. It's something we gotta address. And it's the dating culture.
Oh man.
We're not even gonna get into the fact that, dating in 2023 is way different from 1993. We'll get to that a little later, but just dating in LA.
It's different.
It's like karate. Like you gotta know martial arts.
What you mean when you say that? What you mean by that? Karate, what you mean?
You just get your defense. You just gotta know how to block. You might gotta block somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make sure you hit them at the right time. Your hits gotta be on point. Your blocks.
Yeah, I mean, right. Yeah, your IG gotta be on
Your kicks gotta be nice.
Your IG gotta be hitting and all of that.
I'm an idiot. But yeah, you gotta your presentation gotta be top notch. And what I think what comes with that is a generation of imposters, especially with social media, with the internet being something that we utilize on a daily basis for business, for pleasure, personal interactions, business networking. Like dating is something that you can't leave that out the mix. People that are looking for significant others do exist on these platforms and in these places, and just having that already in front of you while in a place like LA or even New York City. I haven't dated in New York City during like the crux of like social media, like, as far as the Tinders and Hinges and
Right.
all of these dating apps. I've been out here for the most part during that time. And I don't know, what's your experience like online dating, or just dating in general while in LA?
While in LA, I had some good experiences.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I had any bad experiences, but I just ran into different kind of people, right?
Right.
So when I first moved out here, I noticed that women, the woman I dated at the time, she had her own thing going, right?
Yeah.
And she didn't really want for nothing. We would go out, have a nice time, date and everything. So I guess we didn't really get too deep. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of just superficial, I guess. And yeah, I mean that kind of just phased its way out, and then just continue dating and stuff like that. I met a girl and we were kind of relationship for a little while.
Got you.
Like 3 years. But I just think it didn't work out for me. It's like I told her what we were. She was emotionally intellectual. Hold on a second. Am I saying this right? She wanted me to tap in. She wanted me to tap into a place emotionally that I didn't want to go to, right? And so sometimes I would try, but then she would ask me the same type of question, just in a different way, because I could actually give her the same response.
Yeah.
But that would take, I don't know. It would just seem like I wasn't giving much effort, so now I would have to think of something else, and it just got overwhelming. So I mean, I've had different experiences. Like, it's like I can't say that it was, it's been good or bad in any particular way. It's just different experiences.
It's a lot of takeaways, yeah. I'll say that it's definitely a learning experience dating out here, and I say that because, well, for one, women are masters of emotion, so their emotional IQ is usually high.
Right.
But all women are different. But for the most part, they got that high emotional IQ.
Wait. Questions like, yo, are we going to be together forever? Like, how do I answer that question?
And that could be,
I don't know what forever looks like.
Right, and that could be a trick question.
Right.
That could be a trick question, because it's like if you say
yeah,
that could turn her off.
But
you might be saying yeah because you think that's what she want to hear.
No, not. You could honestly say, yeah, we're gonna be together forever, right? And then what? You guys don't be together forever. So did you then lie to her?
Oh, that's what that's
Did you lie to her? Did you lead her on?
That's a whole nother animal of semantics. But I just think that No, you didn't lead on. It's just you were wrong. Like, it's okay to be wrong. We're not gonna know all the answers right away.
Well, how about I just don't know what forever looks like?
Yeah.
To
Well,
really
there's
give you to give
I
you an
mean,
honest answer.
till the till the end of time, because there is an end of time. That's a thing. Forever. I mean, we talking about the next life after this one, and the one after that, and the one after that.
I didn't even think about. See, I didn't even think about it. She just said forever. So
yeah.
I'm thinking
We
about
just
forever that we alive
yeah,
right now. And
right,
that's,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just took it a whole nother
Yeah,
level.
yeah. But see, that's how they. You never know. You gotta
Right.
entertain that kind of
That's the
thought.
question you got to ask us. Like, what do you
Right.
mean? You mean like together
What does
forever
forever
in
mean
this
to you?
world, this lifetime, or
Yeah.
like in lifetimes to come?
You know what I'm saying? Something you might wait 45 minutes for something to say that took forever. Is that forever to you?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I get. Yeah. See?
But yeah, it's a different. You gotta factor it in. But yeah, I learned a lot because there's a lot of different types of women out here. I haven't dated them all, but I've encountered a lot of them, and yeah, it's man, you it there's something to the level of presentation that you need when dating out here in a place like LA. It's and I don't want to call it imposter syndrome because I don't want to be too harsh, but there's I don't know, something superficial happening.
Yeah, I mean, basically, because this is LA Hollywood, right? So you have NBA players, you have actors, you have all kind of people out here,
Yeah.
and why would they? I guess some women feel like, why would I settle for like a guy who goes to work? He may make good money, but he goes
Right.
to work every day. When I could maybe hold out and get this basketball player or this actor, maybe could that be it?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I mean, when women, I'm assuming because I'm a man, I don't know,
Right.
but if you're a woman looking around and you see all of these different versions of successful people, especially successful men, yeah, you're gonna assume like, okay, these are the options, but then you're not gonna factor in, if you're what they're looking for. So, with them already factoring in, like, okay, well, these are the options. Whoever doesn't satisfy the standard or the bar of what the options are now, you may feel like you're less than. If you a certain walk of life, if you're a cinematographer, hairstylist, something like that, whatever, it may come off as, oh well, that's cool, but it's not what I'm looking for.
Right.
Then it turns into a whole.
Well, then again, this is also LA, right? So like,
Right.
you might the girl might meet the guy with the car, has everything aesthetically
Right.
that she's looking for, right? But then he could have 3 and 4 roommates in the crib, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything
there's a lot of,
everything that glitters ain't always gold. You know what I'm saying?
Damn sure ain't.
You know what I mean? You
And
got to peel back the layers of the onion,
Damn.
and then you get to the core shit, the real shit.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
You walking into a dark place.
they gonna kill me or what?
That's a dark alley, beloved. That's a dark alley. A lot of motherfuckers is like, yo, what's wrong with having roommates, nigga?
Ain't nothing wrong with having roommates. Nothing's having room. Nothing. Listen.
Nah, I
When
know,
I first
I know.
moved out here, I had a roommate. Right?
I had one too.
Yeah, when I first moved out here, I had a roommate.
Yeah, I had one too.
But I will, I just,
Yeah.
I'm not living beyond my means. I'm,
And then cutting back on that.
Right.
I'd rather
You know what
have
I'm
my
saying?
privacy.
Correct. You know what I'm saying?
And live within my
the age,
means.
right? The age I am, like, I think that I should have my own spot.
Hell yeah.
And if she accept me, she gonna accept me for what I got. You know what I'm saying? What I got going on.
Word.
A real one. You know what I mean? And I think New York women different than LA.
There we go. I was waiting. I was like, when we gonna get there? Because somebody got to say it.
Yeah. So look, I was posting something on Instagram or whatever, and one of my homegirls from New York, she was like, she said, "What's going on?" It was about the same time with the the Cheesecake Factory thing was going on.
Right.
And so she was like, "You need to come back to New York, yo." She said, "Yo, you need to come back to New York, yo. We know how to we treat y'all good out here.
That's funny.
We don't have no problem with Cheesecake Factory. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
You gotta leave them bougie girls alone.
That's funny.
You know, but you can't. But like I said, I've dated some good ones out here, so you can't put them all in that category.
Right.
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 You can't put them all in that category, but they are out here like that, where, you know, they got to be at the restaurant, the nice restaurant, you know, taking pictures of the food and all that. I hate that shit, by the way.
I can't stand it.
Why am I act like you?
I'd be like, yo, let me go
to
the restroom and you do all that shit. When I get back,
or we can come back. Like, we really do this. Like, we can come back another time and, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't gotta take pictures of the food.
Enjoy
the food.
Fan. Like, damn. I ain't gonna lie. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I hate that, y'all.
I take pictures of the empty plate after I kill a fool. That's what I take pictures of the empty plate. That shit was good. Yeah, I
mean, it gotta be some wild shit happening, like flame coming out the fucking, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of fly how y'all prepared that and made it look like that. That's something maybe you might want to pull out the camera. But every fucking day, like, you never seen food before? Come on. That shit is corny.
Yeah.
But yeah, women back home are more grounded, more down to earth, for sure. A little aggressive though.
Yeah. See, that's like sometimes. Aggressive. Yeah, that's that
right
there.
I got ashy knuckles, man. I'm just fucking with you.
They can be a little bit aggressive.
Y'all gonna kill me, but it's okay. This is with love, y'all. This is with love. We love y'all.
Yeah, we love y'all.
Yeah.
We love you, women. Black beautiful women. Matter of fact,
y'all
all women, right?
All women.
Yeah,
all women.
We can't exclude.
For sure. Like, we not even gonna play that game. All women, for sure. But shout out to the New York women. That's funny as shit. Shout out to the New York women. We you know, safe to say we miss y'all. Come to LA.
Come visit. You know what I don't like
we
sometimes
ain't going back.
about New York women, right? They talk aggressively, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like a woman to talk like a woman and be a little soft.
Yeah. It's funny because you'll meet a slightly aggressive woman and she'll belittle you because you're not aggressive enough for her.
Yeah.
Because all she's used to is that aggression.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I could be aggressive when I need to. I don't want to always be aggressive.
Right.
Especially with you. You're a woman. Why do I, a man, need to be aggressive with you, a woman?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to. Because now it's almost like you promoting other things to happen that don't need to happen. And I won't even bring that up.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need what's it, DV? We don't need no DV cases.
Yeah. Please don't. Please don't.
All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just, I definitely noticed, it's the LA women, is lots of people from other cities and places and towns that move here. So I don't want to just deem them as LA women, but, you know, if you reside here, it is what it is.
But I also think that those people that move from other places may give LA women a bad name, or people from LA period a bad name.
A lot of it. I mean, they call them, you know, transplants.
Yeah.
You know, we're transplants, so transplants got a bad name. Oh, you from another, y'all out of towners. Yeah. It's like, yo, fam, relax. Like, we want to bring change for the better, if anything. We ain't trying to, you know, whatever, interfere with the culture and the tradition of LA at all. Just trying to get to the bag. There's enough for everybody. I mean, at least I thought. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, man. But yeah, dating in 2023, man. Listen, find your person as soon as possible. That's what I recommend.
You know what? The person that you're looking for is yourself, man.
Oh.
That's the person you're looking for is yourself.
That was ill.
Yeah. Once you find yourself and you love yourself,
that was ill.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything else should fall into place. And if you love yourself enough, you're not gonna allow certain things.
Oh wow.
To come around you, and mess your piece up.
That was fire. He basically told y'all, find yourself. Know who you are.
Right.
And those who agree with that will join.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
A lot of
That's
people are trying to find everyone else or
Right.
find who they're trying to be. Find who you are currently. Yeah.
It might be lonely, right? It might be lonely until you find, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's funny, like a lot of people look down on being alone. Being alone is cool. Being lonely, yeah, it has some negative connotations.
Mm-hmm.
But being alone is healthy. It's like fasting in a sense.
Right.
No distractions, no interference, only concentration, only peace, only meditation. You know, let's talk about women in regards to, submissiveness. It's funny because I've heard women put like guidelines on when and why they should be submissive. And I'm not concerned about the why because that's, that makes sense. But it's more so about the when for me.
The when.
I personally feel like women should be submissive in general.
It's not something you turn on and turn off.
Yeah. Just like we can't turn on and turn off manhood or just showcasing being
right.
being a man. It's like,
Right.
I don't feel like being a man today. Can you
Right.
do everything, fix this, fix that? Cool.
Yeah.
Like, no, we have to always 24/7 be, that
Right.
the lead, that head of the household, that lead, that
if you're
dominant.
a kind person,
Yeah.
If you're a kind person, you're not kind sometimes, or only if somebody's being kind to you. You're just kind all the time. All the time.
Right. I mean, if you can. Now, some people can rub you the wrong way, and it's like, all right, cool. Now I got to take the kindness off the table,
right?
And be
that's
be somebody else
right
now. But for the most part, based on you just being true to who you are, yeah, you're not going to turn that on and off. So I think it's safe to say that a lot of women are choosing are using their submissiveness as a prize, as a reward. It's like, okay, oh, you win the prize. The prize is me being submissive. It's like, wait, you should have been that the whole time.
Right.
Why are we now getting to? It's like women saying like, I'll be a wife when he put a ring on it.
Yeah. But you don't have the out. You gotta be
a wife for me to want to put a ring on.
Right. You gotta show me when I'm with the preview. Like, you gotta show me what I'm getting. Like,
right.
So I'm supposed to put a ring on it, and then
miraculously,
you didn't meet the expectations of what I thought you would be as a wife or as a woman. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is wild to me.
Right. So it's almost like
it's like holding a carrot in front of you. Like,
the guy has everything to lose, and the woman has everything to gain.
Yeah.
Right? Because he done showed you what it is. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes you keep coming back, because he can provide for you, right? He can protect you and provide for you, right? So that's what kept you coming back. But now, how is he to know whether or not you can hold up your end of the bargain? Or do you even believe you have an end of the bargain to hold up? Or is just your cute looks is that enough?
And that's and that's what's crazy to me, because it's like, we'll do an equivalent of, okay, a man's salary is equivalent to a woman's physical appearance.
Okay.
So like a woman that's deemed as a 10 is equivalent to a man that makes 150, 200K a year.
But there's more women there's probably more women that are 10s than men, eligible men that make that kind of money.
Right.
So somebody somewhere down the line, like,
so that's why that's a false equivalence.
Right.
Like it don't add up. The math ain't math.
Or the man that's making more money gets to have more women.
Well, that's a whole nother. But right. It's true. It's facts. But that's a whole nother conversation that
Right.
they don't even want
to.
They don't want to talk about. It's like, yo, you might have to share, dude.
Because look, that's a needle in a haystack. You're looking for a man that's over 6 feet, makes over a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He got to be a porn star.
So now you limited now, like, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing that filter, you know how you do the filter, and you start off with 1 million, and then as you start filtering out, it starts dropping off. So now it's a needle in a haystack. Are you willing to share? You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's more y'all than us, you know. Listen, you gotta renegotiate that deal.
Wow.
See, you ain't want me to protect you. You wanted me to protect you.
Protect you. Hey, yo, hold on. You got. So that was a bar. You gotta repeat that. That was a bar.
Yo, that's for real. Like, y'all didn't negotiate right. Y'all ain't want us to protect you. You wanted us to protect you. Like,
and that's still gonna go with some people.
Yeah, for real. They're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
But it's facts.
Yeah, man.
You know, I want to shit out. It's like all that tangible bullshit, but the intangibles is what's necessary.
Hey, yo, but look, if that's important to her though, right? Wouldn't forehand is always better than two. So if you want the Chanel bag, then we're gonna have to sacrifice to get asset building income, right? Or asset, like, to get assets, stuff that build, right?
Yeah.
Because we can't always just be spending. If we want a certain lifestyle, we just can't always be spending, right? You gotta sacrifice so that you could own something that appreciates and pays you, you know what I'm saying? A dividend or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you riding, let's ride. You know what I'm saying? If you just here for a quick spin around the block, say that. You know what I'm saying? Say that. Look, we'll figure out a number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give you your number and you can go off to the next one.
Right.
And you could just, you know, what they call rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
Wash, repeat, whatever. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah, that's funny. And it's real because it's like, you know, I'm essentially paying you anyway. So it's like, let's just negotiate the deal from the gate. Like, yo, look, this is what it is. But the thing is, that is making it so transactional. Even though that's what it is, and that's what it could be, it takes the natural chemistry.
Takes the soul out of it.
It takes it's just right. It's almost
now dry, like kind of like
it's almost like business.
Yeah, and as a man, your manhood might not even work when it's like that sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like it's almost like, because my thing is, if that's the direction we're headed, as just individuals that are trying to find significant others, then yeah, as a man, me being on the side of the gender that I'm on, I'll entertain relationship and marriage when I feel like it.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I don't got it.
You're the one that got everything to lose, right? Because say you fall in love with somebody, y'all get married, and she didn't necessarily have anything before y'all got married. You were the primary breadwinner or whatever, and now she leaves. She taking half, if not everything, from you, right?
And was stacking the whole time, because give or take, she was getting money while this was working. So now that it's no longer working, you taking half of mine. Oh, what's mine's is ours. What's yours is yours. That kind of bullshit. It's like, damn. Well, I might as well, entertain that when I'm good and ready.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? If I'm doing my thing, right, and money's not an issue, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if we grinding, and we trying to get something, then it's a group effort. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a group effort. You can't put all that pressure on the man. You know what I'm saying? That's not his punishment because he was born a man. They try to make it a man's punishment and a woman's blessing that she's a woman. Nah, we both gotta, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like back in the days where you could have just the man work and the woman stay home. Like, now you need 2-3 incomes in the household. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And that's the thing. Like, we'll get shamed for like whatever, not making 100K, whatever the case, or you don't, or if you make 100K, you don't make 150K. Like, we'll get shamed for that, but nobody is looking at the cost of living. The cost of living is just rising before our eyes.
Right.
Everything is just more expensive. Everything. Salaries don't change with the cost of living. Cost of living is its own thing. Salary is its own thing.
But look, if I'm making 150 and she making 150, we now got 300,000.
That's
why
a fact.
we can't do something. We should be able to do something. We should be able to do a lot.
Right, but in most people's eyes, it's like, oh, y'all make the same amount. Okay, well then y'all equally powerful. But it gets turned into you against her when it's like y'all two against.
Right, it's us against the world.
Exactly,
that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly,
us against the world. Like, yo, once we locked in,
especially because of our skin color.
Yeah, definitely. I think like a lot of like we watching a lot of like social media, and we letting that dictate how we should be living. But every situation is different, right? And I was reading something, and it said that for every dollar that a non-white makes, it adds to 60 cents. So every dollar they make, it equates to 60 cents for us, right? So how are we gonna mimic or try to live how they live, or how someone else lives? You know what I'm saying? When they dollar spends differently, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, they might be able to do a little bit more for their wife or their significant other. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we have to work together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In order for us to, get ahead and have what we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We shouldn't put all that pressure on one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like a woman is not gonna mess with a. You don't scratch that idea. Forget that idea. Yeah.
I almost want to hear what you was gonna say. We can edit it out though, but.
Now I was gonna say like a woman, she not gonna mess with a guy. It kind of don't have no context with what we were saying. I don't think so.
Oh, you was going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but another thing we got to factor in is a lot of people don't know what they want. They are looking at other people and seeing what they have and think they want that, but don't know what comes with that.
Right.
Until they get it, then they don't want that. Now they back at square one. So you can't even apply the standards yet because you don't know what you want. Like, okay, let's say you want a millionaire. There's all kinds of millionaires. All kinds. Short, tall, fat, skinny.
But that nigga might
geeky,
be whooping your ass every day.
Abusive.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, you got the abusive millionaires. You got the billionaires that like to ghost. And just not talk to you for a month.
Right.
I hit you when I hit you.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, here's a house and stay in it. You gotta pay the bills though. Bye.
They gonna make him pay the bills too. Damn, that's
yeah, pay the bills.
It's
yours.
Huh?
I bought it for you. I don't want to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but that ain't me. I'm saying there's some out there like that. I'll probably pay the bills too. At least.
Yo, look, if the money is flowing.
Yeah,
pay the bills, yo.
Why
are we arguing about that for?
Yeah,
yo?
yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm calling you, yo, book a flight I want to go away. Book a flight. You know what I'm saying? Let's get up out of here. Like, what we arguing about that for?
Yeah, man.
About money. If the money is coming, you know what I'm saying? But if not, like, if we in a part where we growing or whatever like that, then we gonna have to sacrifice. And you gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I respect a New York girl for, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's different with that. In that sense,
yeah.
It's like, yo, we grinding.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get a good girl from Brooklyn. She understands. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
she understands.
I agree.
They about that, they about.
I agree.
Yeah, getting that bad.
I definitely experienced some Brooklyn women.
Yeah.
And yeah, they hold it down. You know.
Hold it down.
A little aggressive, but they hold it down.
Nah, yo, like I had some nice Brooklyn girls, man.
What happened?
What happened?
You mishandled the.
Nah, I don't think I mishandled it. It just was like wrong timing, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It's like
that's fair.
what happened? She was younger than me, right? So I was expecting certain things, right? So like in terms of finances and money, like we was good. We ain't having no problems, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in terms of other things, like I'm kind of old fashioned. I like my woman to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like a home cooked meal.
Yeah. That's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
That's facts.
And she really wasn't. Her mother cooked for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? She ain't raised. You know, she was like a she's an island girl. Like, you know what I'm saying, from Caribbean or whatever.
Yeah.
And so her mom's cook. Yeah, but she didn't learn how to cook. She was, you know.
And that's crazy. Your mom's cooking, but you're not paying it. That'd be interesting to me. When she can't cook, but her mom's is a damn near chef.
Yeah, I don't know
so
how
then,
good her mom's cook, but
right,
I know her mother cooked.
Her mother cooked, right.
Yeah.
But then I'd be like, well, damn, y'all relationship must not be too spot on because you should have picked that up first.
Well, her mother's relationship was good.
It was Gucci.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she just
didn't. That's something.
she just didn't have to or didn't feel
Right, she didn't have to cook.
Yeah.
You know, her mom's. You know, how West Indian, you make a big. You know, out of a lot of food.
Yeah.
Like food is there. Like,
yeah.
so I guess she just never. She school now. Like she went to school and she, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
She had made her accomplishments in school. But yeah, in terms of cooking and stuff like that. Yeah, so like that was a problem for me. And then I don't know. Sometimes. Yeah, it's just wrong time, wrong place.
Yeah, it was just
You know what I'm saying?
that's real. Because that happens. It's like, damn, you cool, but
yeah, I think it may have been an age difference because I was a little young. I was older than her though. You know what I'm saying?
okay, yeah, it be like that. Not right now. Maybe later, but not right now.
She wanted kids. I ain't want no kids.
Yeah.
She wanted 2 kids too. I already got 3.
Yeah, see. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a problem for me.
Did she ever have the kids?
She had a daughter. She just had a daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she just had a daughter. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the kids. Shout out to the kids.
Word up. Yeah.
That's ill.
She found what she was looking for. She happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for her.
Yeah. And that's ill too. Like when things don't work out, both people gotta move on, but it's still cool. Like my ex and I, like she's an ex, but we're cool.
Yo, some girls don't understand it. Like the girl I be seeing like right now, and like she don't understand that. Why do you keep in contact with all your exes for? I'm like, because once upon a time we loved each other, so we just turn that off. Like it's not the same kind of love. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to fuck or anything like that, but yeah, like it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
Why is that a problem? It's part of my network. She's part of my network.
Yeah, unless who knows? She might feel threatened by that. Like, yo, because here's the thing: like, your new girl sees what she sees in you, so in her mind, she's like, well, shit, other women are gonna see those things in you, especially an ex, someone that used to see those things in you.
Yeah, but
the
she's
way
an ex
I
for
do.
a reason. I tell her this: she was an ex for a reason.
Right, and that's true, and that's what I say. It's like, yo, if that was the case, we'd still be rocking.
Right.
So, but yeah, they don't care about that. They're like, yeah, well, what if you realize you were wrong about, you know what I mean? Like
can happen.
Women can go so far.
You know what I tell her though? Yo, I'm at a space where I'm comfortable just leaving my phone. I don't got to worry about somebody texting me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a sense of comfortability. You know what I'm saying? That I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work having to juggle a whole bunch of women. Like, it's a lot of work. I leave my phone in the crib to go to the incinerator right quick. I gotta run down so I can hurry up so my phone, she don't see nothing crazy. I don't feel like doing all of that.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you got a woman that can't wait to get your phone, away from you.
Yeah.
And go, it's like.
I don't play that going through my phone. Why are you going through my phone for? But if there was something, you could go through my phone. It's not an issue.
Right, it's not an issue. My thing is this, like, I probably still got photos from.
Yeah.
Oh, like, I think I got photos of my ex in my phone that I don't look at.
Right.
But I didn't cleanse. Yo, you know how many pictures, like, And a camera roll and a phone.
Yeah.
I'm not going through that shit to delete.
But it's not even
nothing.
about that. It's still a memory that I had. It's not a memory. It's
It
not a
is-
memory.
It is
It's not
still a memory, but like, I'm saying in the sense of, if she want to go through the phone and see that, oh, you still got blah blah blah. It's like, yo,
Okay. Hey.
you just reminded me that shit was in there.
Right.
I don't even. I don't care about that. Delete it.
Nah, don't delete my shit. Don't delete. Why? For what? That's my memory. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can hold on to it. I'm not holding on for any reason, but yeah, why you delete
Let me delete it. Word, I feel that. Word, I mean, your phone is, listen, there's a lot of information in there. That's my private. I think if you got to look through my phone, you don't trust me. And if you don't trust me, step aside.
Look,
let somebody through that trusts the person that they're with.
You know what's happening sometimes? I was just having a conversation, right? And I was like, I don't have a problem being honest with you. It's how you handle my honesty. You know what I'm saying? So now, if I'm honest with you and I tell you certain things, you can't be using that against me and fucking throwing it up in my face. Like I told you. Like, so like next time I have something to tell you, I'm not gonna want to tell you because I know that you threw it in my face last time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I don't have a problem being honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. Or like you give.
It's what I gotta endure for being honest to you.
Right. Because there's way more that comes. It's like, oh, you let me. Okay, so since you let me in on that, now I want to know all of this other shit. Or
not even that. It's just like, yo. It's just, yeah. I guess it does.
Yeah,
it leads to other questions now.
Yeah, if you green light one thing, it's like, okay, now it's okay to me to ask you about all this other shit that I'm thinking about that I shouldn't be thinking about to begin with. It's like, yo, don't worry about, like,
or just thinking that because you might keep in oh yeah, I spoke to such the other day, right? So now, what y'all talk about? You know, it's just all the other stuff. I guess it's a form of insecurities, whatever, like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, I suppose if I hid it from you and I didn't tell you about it, then I think you should be more worried if I told you about it, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm in a place. I got a certain kind of comfortability now where I don't have to worry about nobody texting my phone. So like, I don't have nothing to hide. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So don't stress me out about that shit. You know what I mean? And especially don't stress me out if you're not gonna do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're just gonna keep harassing me?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's shit. And that's the thing. We talk about dating, but the relationship is a whole nother animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dating is just the first phases,
That's
first
the fun
phase,
part,
and
right?
Yeah, it's the fun. Yeah, exactly.
In a relationship, now you peeling back the layers of the onion now.
You seeing everything, especially if you live together.
Right.
You seen everything.
Right.
Everything. My ex and I lived together 4 years. We probably lived 3.5 out of the 4 we lived together.
Okay.
And yeah, it was. You learn a lot.
Do you feel that your life got easier living with somebody or got harder living with somebody? In terms of, it's easier or harder?
There's pros and cons. When you're out all day working and you come home, but you're like, you might not necessarily have to think about food. That might be covered. Might be something already prepared waiting for you.
Right.
That's fire.
Right.
We all know that.
Yeah.
You come home to cook meal. Like, it's like, yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
But having to consider someone else in every decision you make can be tricky. Because you might just feel like doing some shit. But
like going and taking a trip or something like that?
It could be something or just you might want to, or reverse it. You might want to stay in, but she might want to spend the day at Saturday and it's nice, and she might want to go here and there, and you might need to drive, or You know, she might, want you to
Look.
just simply go with her. And
See?
it's like, fuck, I want to stay home today because I've been working all week and I just want to chill right now. And
My compromise would be like this. I'm not driving. I go wherever you want to go. I'm not driving, though.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I'm pretty cool with that, I think. Like, I'll compromise. Like, I'll be like, yo, listen, if we going to be running around on Saturday,
Right.
I'm not doing nothing on Sunday.
Right.
And you driving today.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in that scenario, like, I don't think I've ever... I was just giving an example, but that could be, like, just two versions of how things could be easy, how things could be a little tricky. Because it's like, yo, you might...
It's a compromise, though. You got to compromise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She might have friends that might want to come over and kick it with her. You might want peace and quiet.
Yeah. See, like that, with that type of stuff, your friends come over, I disappear. I'm in the room.
Right. I've done that before, but then I got accused of, oh, you acting funny. Why you acting funny? It's
those ain't my friends. Those are your friends.
Those are your friends.
Yeah, those ain't my friends.
Like, yo, we got into a whole thing about that shit. I was like, yo, I was minding my business.
Right. Giving y'all space.
Yeah. And to top it off, I wasn't in a good mood, but it didn't have nothing to do with y'all.
Right.
It was some other shit that happened with me earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with y'all. I took myself out of the equation.
Right.
But I guess when they came over, they wanted to experience us together as a couple,
So what are you doing? Evaluating? Giving you a
Yeah,
couple of
they was like, yo, he's acting funny. And I was like, so then when I came out, when they left and I came through, all right, y'all, later. She told me, oh, you was acting a little funny. I said, what you mean? I was like, this is my house.
All right. Yeah. I'm supposed to be hosting. You the one invited them over. You host. You know what I'm saying? I said hello.
It's
What you
my-
mean to say?
I'm home.
Right.
What you mean I'm acting funny? Shit. You lucky I ain't, man.
Yo, I do that. Like, say sometimes, like, my girl go out or something like that. Like, while she out, I'm not calling her phone constantly, blowing her up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if she reach out to me and text, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not. Why you ain't call? Cause you was out. You was out with
Yeah,
your
they
family.
be want you on their body. Like, I'm like, listen.
You was with your family.
said
Like,
you
I'm.
was-
Yeah.
But in their mind, it's like, well, damn, if I was one of them other type of chicks, I could have did anything and you wouldn't have known. It's like, well, if you saying shit like that,
Hell no.
what you want me to think now?
I'm saying, like, I should be able to trust you, man. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
you
I
said
want
like
to.
you said you was going X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Alright.
They just like that.
Everything done in the dark comes to light. So, like, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, you know what I'm saying? Until you start moving different. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when you're doing something wrong, you move different. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Your breathing patterns change. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is really be observant. You know what I'm saying?
Simple. My girl now, she's like, she'll ask me questions like, as far as like just like when we first started talking, she was trying to get to know me, so she was asking me about, my upbringing, just different things. Like,
Yeah.
just when you getting to know somebody, you're gonna ask them all kind of shit. It might be way back in the past, shit that has to do, So then I would share, but I'm not necessarily one to pry. It doesn't mean I don't care, but I kind of just listen. So, like, in my mind, if you're asking a question like whatever, something having to do with my upbringing or where I'm from, whatever, I'm assuming that you're gonna want to share. You're gonna want to reciprocate.
Right.
But I didn't realize I had to ask to showcase that I cared
Oh, yeah.
for you to want to share.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta ask. You gotta ask.
But
that's
I'm like,
that's part of that emotional intellect, I think.
that's,
you know what I'm saying?
I was like, I'm very like, I'll just pay attention and put it together. I mean, I'll ask questions as well, but I'm not asking like, I'm not interviewing you like, hey, so tell me about that. I was just like, I casually ask. I'm not like on you. If you want to share, you want to share. If you
Right.
don't, you don't. But normally, I'd never had a problem with that in that area. Not that I do now, but it was highlighted like, oh, well, you didn't ask. It's like, but you asked me.
Yeah, I mean, so like you supposed to throw the
You
question right
supposed
back
to-
at it
yeah,
though,
you
kind of like,
supposed-
yo, so like, what was your upbringing
What
like?
was your
You know what I'm
thing?
saying?
Like,
Yeah.
And, in some cases I did, but in the cases that I didn't, she didn't
But you
volunteer
know what it is
either.
though? You know what it is? I think
And that's
though.
when I was like, okay, I gotta ask. I gotta get you to.
But we also be having like, so like, thinking about other shit, right? So like while she talking to you, you answering the question, but you also thinking about. I be thinking about a bunch of other things.
Yeah, like what is she thinking of me while I'm answering? What is she
No,
thinking
not
for
even
what I'm?
about that. I be
What's her
thinking
takeaway
about.
from this?
I be thinking about some other shit like.
Oh, that too.
Totally
Yeah.
off topic.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I'm hearing her, but I'm also thinking about some other shit, and so like for me to ask her, so yo, how was your day? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It might not. I might forget just because I'm thinking about some other shit. Just
Right.
like, yeah. We just going through the motions of us having a conversation where she's asking me questions. I'm answering the questions, but I'm not really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
Sometimes
like,
I
yeah.
might do that to somebody. Somebody be like, "Hey, well, how you doing today?" I'm like, "I'm good." You know what I'm saying? And go on with the conversation instead of like, "Yo, I'm good. How you doing? What's going? You know what I'm saying? What's up with you?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's funny though. That's funny. Like I had to peep game. I was like, okay,
That might be some New York shit.
it might be because it's like I think mainly because I'm private, so I don't, I'm not gonna be one to ask questions because naturally, it's like don't ask me nothing.
Right, because you don't want. right. Yeah.
But in that scenario, somebody that you're talking to and you're getting to know them, they trying to get to know you, vice versa. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. I gotta just kind of turn that off and just, know that it's a safe space. That's a new thing now. Is it a safe space? Is it a safe space? Like all that shit. It's like okay, it's a safe space. Now I can ask you everything. I don't really do that, but okay, for you, I'll do that. Yeah, because I do care, believe it or not.
Right.
It's all part of this new. I don't know how new it is. I grew up in the '90s, so I wasn't dating in the '90s. I started. Middle school don't count. Grade school, that ain't the same. That's just kitty, puppy love shit. But I wasn't taking women out in the '90s, so like, I don't know if you could share. Like, I'll ask you, what are the biggest differences between dating in a time like the '90s versus now?
I don't know. Like, I would take my girl to Sizzler, Red Lobster,
right?
The movies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was probably like 9th grade, 10th grade. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this: taking a chick. Okay, so you said Sizzler. So like, taking a chick to the diner for like.
Diner was alright.
The diner was alright, right?
You know what I'm saying? The diner was good. You know what I'm saying? You had what? Cane's Diner. What's the other diner on Queens Boulevard?
Shit.
I can't remember.
Was Jackson Hole still a thing, man?
Jackson Hole was over there. They had Jackson Hole in Manhattan.
Yeah, they had one in Manhattan. You go downstairs, joint.
Yeah, Jackson Hole in Manhattan.
Jackson
I don't remember
Hole
who was downstairs.
fire.
I don't remember that. But yeah.
Yeah, they had
I know they had the big burgers though at Jackson Hole.
Yeah, they had the big 8-ounce burgers and shit.
What's the name of that spot, yo? It's right there on Queens Boulevard. Can't think of the name.
It's by the mall.
Not too far from the mall. It's further down, going towards Jamaica though. The Buccaneer. I think that was the Buccaneer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nah, I never been there. It's still. It ain't still there. It probably is.
I don't know. I don't know. I ain't been over there in a while, yo. It might be still there though.
Might still be there. But yeah, like the standard was a lot. Not low. I won't say low. It was just different. Like it was just easier. I feel like. Because me being a kid in the '90s, I would watch, the adults.
I bring Sizzle up now, and Shorty be like,
"Nigga, you gotta take her to Boa."
I'm like, "Yo, Sizzle, you said you get the you can eat popcorn shrimp out of Sizzle, or you could beefsteak Charlie, we get the peel and eat shrimp
type shit." Like, yeah, shit crazy now, man. You take a chick to a seafood buffet or some shit. They got some nice ones. What the fuck? I like Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue, yeah.
Fire.
That's the spot where you got to cook your own food, right?
Well, they got some you can cook your own, but then there's some that they bring it to the table, raw, and they cook it. Okay. And you sit there and just watch them cook it in front of you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kind of fire. You get scallop shrimps.
Yeah. I find steak. you gotta know what to order when you go to those spots too. Yeah. I took my brothers there when they were out here a couple months ago, and the chicken, I don't know, the chicken. You know, when we clean chicken, we take the fat off and all that type of stuff. That's the chicken was
chicken wasn't right.
It ain't look right.
You probably gotta stay away from the chicken.
That brisket was good.
Where'd you know where you went? Where'd you go?
I went to the one in Glendale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the street. But it's over there at Glendale.
Yeah, I went to K-Town. I went to the spot called Quarters. Shout out to Quarters. Yo,
nice.
Fire.
Yeah.
Dope. It's just a dope vibe. Like,
okay.
Yeah, you gotta go to. Yeah, for K barbecue, go to K-Town.
All right.
Next time you out and about
out
with
and
her.
About.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was just always curious about that, like dating then versus now, because I can only contribute to like dating in after the 2000s.
Yeah, I can honestly say like I really don't let nobody dictate where, like, you know, we going on a date, yo, this is where we going. Or if you have a preference, maybe you might not like certain kind of food, so then I'll take that in consideration. But I'm not hung up on, I gotta take her to a first date, I gotta take her here or take her there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we gonna go someplace nice, we gonna have a good time together. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't what you like, if you gotta, you know, stunt every time you go out or something like that, or on a date, like, you know what I'm saying, do it. I don't know, maybe we ain't, you know. Yeah, I like to have fun, like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I'll be honest, not to cut you, but like my quality as far as where I take women, you know, when I was single, don't kill me. when I take women out, like it's pretty good. Like I don't really look at like, oh, is this expensive enough? Like I just look at the menu, the
vibe gonna be?
The vibe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like what is?
Can I order something on the menu that looks good? Like what's on the menu looks good, so that
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Type shit. Like, and then after, and 9 times out of 10, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, shit. I know it was a vibe based on what women are willing to do afterwards. Put it to you like that. It's like, oh hey. What we doing now? Right. It's like
she didn't want the date to end.
Right.
Yo, they got a bowling alley over there. Let's go bowling right quick.
You know what I'm saying? She's ready to do whatever. Now it's like you take them, like the standards are high based on where y'all go to eat and, you know, for the date. Mm-hmm. After the date's over and they don't want it to end, they willing to do any hood rat shit. Like not hood rat shit, but like they're like, yo, let's go. Like you said, let's go up that block and go see what's over there. Let's. Shit, they ready to.
Like, you know, the last person I was dating, like our first date, we went to a little. I think it was maybe like a pub, not a pub, but like a burger spot. You know what I'm saying? They had American food or whatever like that. We had a nice time. Conversation was good, and we went over to the bowling alley over there in Ventura. What's that? Pins or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and there was just a vibe after that. It's like the guard is down now because you already y'all having fun.
Right. Yeah, that's what it should be about. All that.
The guard is up because it's like, oh, I don't know this nigga. I don't know if he gonna take me to McDonald's. I don't know if he gonna.
But if we went to McDonald's, we should be able to have fun at McDonald's. Look, we go to McDonald's. They had the.
They got the Playhouse.
Right, they got the Playhouse. Let's go in there and have fun. Like,
yo, they should make an
adult Playhouse.
They should make a fire ass McDonald's.
An adult for adults.
Like a fire one. like a 5-star McDonald's.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, I was reading and they got a spinoff of McDonald's coming. I'm not sure
what. Like a vegan one?
It's not vegan though. Where was I reading this shit at? It might have been in that article you sent me, yo.
In Hypebeast?
Yeah.
Hypebeast got it's probably in there.
It's like some spinoff of McDonald's. And I don't know. I didn't read too much about it. I just saw it.
Yeah.
And I kind of just roughly read over it, so I didn't read the details. But yeah.
Yeah.
So they might have something like that coming.
McDonald's should have the fast food, and then they should have like the 5-star. Like, you know, they got the fast food is obviously like.
But they gotta have different kind of food though.
Yeah, it would be
where the burgers.
Where the burgers are actual.
Well, no, or the burgers actually like go bad after a while, right? Because you get
that's fun. Like it's real ground beef is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
Like home, like you gotta. I'm talking about a McDonald's where you gotta go in, sit and talk to a server and wait for your food type shit. Yeah. They'll be like, yo, but you'll see little reminders of. McDonald's is like, oh shit, this is the thing from the fast, but this is like the 5-star version of it. That shit would be funny.
That'd be kind of crazy.
Little pop up.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. I'll be living in a I'm in a dream world in my head.
I mean, but shit, that's how dreams come to reality. You know what I'm saying? If you can't dream it, how's you gonna make it into reality?
I got all kind of.
Yeah.
One day we'll just do an episode of ideas. Like y'all gonna lose your mind. I got shit to talk about.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Moving out here where everything is new to you and you know, you don't really have, you know, I guess like a crew of people that you hang out with.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you reflect on certain things and, you know what I'm saying? Try different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of opens you up. I think the sunlight is medicine.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's crazy because I'll be the one to complain like, yo, it don't rain enough. Why it's always sunny every day? Ah. Like a typical, I be complaining. I want it to rain sometimes. I want to see some greenery. I want it to clean off the streets. I want it to, you know, you get some, it cleanses the air when it rains. There's a lot of benefits from rainfall that I would love to experience here. It just don't rain enough here. The snow, I'm cool on, but the rain, yeah.
So if New York had LA weather, New York would be. You wouldn't have never left. You saying? In terms of like the sunlight, the warmth.
I still would.
And you still get the rain. No snow though.
New York gonna kill me for this, but yo, garbage day in New York is crazy.
Wait.
Yo, that listen.
Do you think New York smells? Yo, everybody I talk to out here, they talk. Yeah. Nah, I don't smell it. I must be nose blind.
Hell yeah, New York smells. Y'all know y'all smell.
I don't smell it, yo.
Y'all know y'all do. It's okay.
Yo, look, certain places, like if you downtown, Lower East Side, and you around a bunch of bars, yeah, you might smell piss and throw up and stuff like that. But overall, I don't think New York smells, man.
You know why? You know why New York smells? Because it's so small. First of all, I didn't know LA was this big. Mm-hmm. So like, if LA smells in wherever you at, if it smells, you could go to a whole different side of LA. And if there's something else you're dealing with over there, you can go to a different side. LA is like 3 New Yorks, I feel like.
In terms of size, yeah.
Yeah, in terms of size.
New York is just more condensed.
It's more condensed. So it's like, nigga, garbage day in New York? Stay in the house. Yeah. Or rain. If it could rain every garbage day, we good. But nah, if New York had LA weather, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like the last few years, New York has been experiencing some LA like weather, like during the winter or like summer kicking in a little early.
Okay.
High temperatures like in, like, I don't know about March, but maybe like April. Maybe March. I feel like last year or the year before there was some high temperatures early in the year, earlier than usual.
But the humidity, I think the humidity makes it a little different also when it's warm.
For sure.
Because I feel like when it's cold out here, it gets cold out here. But when it's cold out here, it's a different kind of cold. It feels like.
Yeah, like, cause I look at I'll be cold and then I'll look at the temperature and it'll say like 58, and then I'm like.
It ain't that cold.
It ain't that cold. Why am I cold?
But it's like a chilling type of cold.
But I think our blood gets thinner here.
Yeah, thinner here, I think.
I think the blood gets thinner here, which allows us to be colder quicker or easier.
Maybe that's what it is.
But why is our blood getting thinner?
Because of warmth.
Because of the warmth. Yeah. And then when it gets the smallest bit of cold weather hits, we freezing. Shit is crazy. Huh. Okay. So, LA offers the best weather.
The better weather.
Okay, the better weather. I mean, honestly, I think it might be debatable. Like, it might be a good debate. LA might have the best weather on the planet.
On the planet? Okay, I don't. On the planet? Why you say that? You got to back that up.
Think about it.
You got to back that up.
Think about it. We got moderate weather. Besides the high temperatures during the summer, throughout the year, the temperature's fairly moderate.
I can't say the whole planet because I'm pretty sure we haven't been all the countries.
We haven't, and I'm still putting LA on the table.
Yeah,
Who could match LA with the weather?
I mean, in terms of like you could go to the snow if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, options of different seasons in the state of California.
Right,
Really,
you can go to the snow
dope.
if you wanted to. You can, but if you didn't want to go to the snow, you could just stay in LA.
Facts.
And where the sun is shining and the weather's a little bit nicer.
Right.
You go on a hike. You know what I mean?
You could switch it up same day.
Same day.
Top
right.
to bottom of the state.
Yeah.
It might take like 2 days actually, but yeah, you could see a lot of different sides of California for sure, weather wise. But yeah, like ain't nobody really messing with us, man.
You say, oh, you mean?
Ain't nobody. I was just saying, like, we might.
LA?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, LA's good.
It's like I think just geographically, I think LA is just in the perfect spot on the globe where it doesn't rain a lot. The sun hits this corner quite often, which allows the temperatures to be what they are.
Right.
No snow.
No snow. Even though we did get some snow.
We got a
was that this past March? Some sleet or some shit.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, we did get some. Yeah, we did. I mean, and I was
valley.
mad because I went outside like, where is it? And so, you had to be over here, only in that side.
Valley,
I was like, yo, god damn, it ain't even.
Right.
Hit the whole LA at least. But whatever. Yeah, LA is just in the right spot, and based on that spot on the planet, it allows us to kind of like live the way we live.
Yeah. Yo, you could wear shorts.
You can wear shorts with a hoodie.
Shorts and a t-shirt during the day, and at nighttime you throw a hoodie on.
Yeah, with flip flops. and look, you got on
That's
shorts.
That's some LA shit. You wear flip flops?
It is. I got the Yeezy slides.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So,
Right.
So you could be walking with the slides on, shorts, hoodie, and walk by somebody with a Montclair jeans. They got on sneakers. Both y'all comfortable. Yeah. It's like that's another thing that's crazy. Like you can wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
You don't even gotta. I could throw the North Face on with Tim's right now, or
they gonna know you from New York.
They are, but I won't be uncomfortable.
Right.
Or I could throw the flight jacket on. Yeezys. Same difference. Right. But anywho, okay. So pros and cons of New York and LA we discussed. The dating culture we tapped into it a little bit. Comparisons New York and LA wise. As far as the women, like we said, shout out to the New York women. Shout out to the LA women. I mean,
shout out to all women.
Shout out to all women. Safety. But going into the realm of qualifying, or what qualifies you to be high value, like, what do you think about that? Like, do you think that's a thing? Do you think it's a myth? Do you think it's subjective? Like, do you actually think there's a such thing as being high value?
High value does not necessarily
across
always.
The board?
It's not always financially. I mean, high value could be a person with good character. Good qualities.
Yeah.
It's not always financial. I think a lot of people get it confused and think it's all about finance to make you a high value. But if you take that money away from someone, what they got left? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I mean? So
that's true. And people don't, people concentrate on the funds so much, the money, the bag. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
it helps.
It definitely helps, but it's like I was talking to somebody recently, like, yo, like, what's more important than health?
Nothing. Health and time.
Like, can you be? Is there such thing as being high value in health? Like, yo, I ain't. Right. I'm good. Yeah, everything is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nobody cares about that. It's like about that bag, but motherfucker might have arthritis.
Yeah.
He can't sit a certain way or something.
Worth,
like
you know what I'm saying? Is it worth
You know what I'm saying?
Your health.
You know what I'm saying?
Is the bag worth your health?
Like, yo,
Nah.
health. I might be a billionaire.
Unless I could buy good health. I mean, what's the billion for if I can't enjoy it? If I can't spend it.
If you out of here, yo, can you imagine? God forbid, like billionaires that they only got like 3 months left.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't even want to listen. Wellness and long life for everybody, honestly, because that's scary. But yeah, this hot. We put so much pressure on value, and then it causes people to isolate themselves from society because they don't feel like they're valuable enough. Excuse me. And it's like, I just think that shit is crazy. To live in a time where
that's social media a lot too, man.
You can walk outside and not feel valuable because there's now a certain standard that qualifies you to be valuable now. Before it was just you are who you are, you do what you do. And what matters is how well you do. Whatever it is you do. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you stack books at the library. If you nice and you get acknowledged for that, you might become manager. You might manage quite a few libraries.
Right.
And who knows what comes, putting you in a different tax bracket might come with, managing several, whatever. I'm just saying, like, if you're good, you're going to be acknowledged financially. You'll be compensated financially. It's just a matter of just being good. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're good, you're good.
Right. You be the best at whatever you do.
Yeah.
And then at some point, if it's if it's your time, you'll be acknowledged for it, right?
Right.
But I think that if you're doing what you love to do, you're not really looking for the acknowledgement of somebody else. You're just doing what you naturally do, what comes natural to you.
Facts.
And then you are, maybe you're rewarded, but maybe you're not. But even if you're not rewarded, you really don't care because I'm doing what I love to do. This is what I love to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts. And that shit is so important. I didn't realize that, like, in my 20s, when it was like, when I was in trade school for automotive and just trial and error. I didn't care about the love for what I was doing. I was just concentrating on, sustaining a certain income. You know what I mean? Like being able to afford, what I need to do and what I like to do as far as the pleasures, parties, whatever the case, shopping. But now that love for what you do is necessary, man. Like,
the money is just freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The money is just freedom. Like, it allows you just to do it, move how you want to move, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as you understand that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't let the money control, like dictate whether or not you're going to be happy or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The money's just going to add to your happiness. The money should just add to your happiness.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's crazy time we in right now, man.
Some people feel like, I don't have this amount of money, so I ain't make it. Yeah, I'm not successful. Success, you could gauge success on many different levels. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy because I was on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Social audio app. Shout out to Clubhouse. Shout out to Fanbase. Shout out to Twitter Spaces. But I was on Clubhouse yesterday, and there was a room about a similar topic, but they were talking more so about, what the annual salary should be for a high value man, so to speak.
Okay.
And the 6 figures came up, but like a lot of people in the room, a lot of women in the room were saying, like 100,000 isn't scratching it's not scratching the surface in some areas like New York, LA, Miami. Like 100,000 ain't enough. You gotta have, like, if you're single by yourself, no kids, 100,000 might get you by. But when in a relationship, it's not helping. So there was a crazy back and forth between the men, and one man was a guy in the room was saying like, "Yo, with 100,000, if you got the right mindset on how to budget, you can make 100,000 work anywhere.
100%. 100%.
Anywhere, and I agree.
But then also, you got to also ask yourself, what is the statistic of men that make 100,000 or better?
Oof.
What's that statistic?
That's like, it's like, I don't know if it's 1%. I want to say it's 1%. I'll be generous and say maybe top 3%.
All right, so if it's 3%, so that means that everybody else walking around, they not happy because they not, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
are they gauging how much they make? If they don't make $100,000, they not successful. So they walking around miserable.
No. If they make it, so like, okay, so if the top 3% makes 100,000 or better, what about people that make 95,000? Should they walk around like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ready to slip their
Oh,
wrist.
damn.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I only made 98.
You know what I mean? Yeah, nah. I was saying like a high value man could be the man in the neighborhood, right? That coaches the kids and, you know what I'm saying, gives back to the community. He try to keep the kids in the community on the right track. Like, yo, young blood, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It shouldn't be based upon money, because if you take that money away, is he still gonna be the same person? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, the money just adds to whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the tool. It's the toolbox. Everybody walking around with toolboxes.
What you gonna just walk around
It's
with
like,
all
what
your
you
money?
fixing?
Like what you walking around with all your money, and then that makes you who you are, your status? Nah, that don't. You can't walk around with all your money. You know what I'm saying? If you really got it.
Be like, they be on this app, PTR. Yo, this is what's in my checking account. What's up? I'm like, yo.
What you own?
You just gonna get robbed. That's it.
Yeah. You gotta own shit.
Thanks
that's
for
where you
telling
start.
us.
That's where you start really getting some money. You owning shit that appreciates assets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't have a bunch of, like, if you making $100,000 and you spending all your money on stuff that don't appreciate, you ain't gonna last. You gonna trip somewhere along the line, and now you in the hole.
That's
just
a
like
fact.
that with a blink of an eye.
That's a
You know what I'm saying?
fact,
So
bro.
you gotta be setting yourself up for
money.
the future where the money gonna grow. The money's only, just like you said, it's a tool.
It
You know what
is.
I'm saying?
That's all it is.
Right.
And it's not, and it could fix a lot. But if you not, yo, it's funny. I was talking to my godfather. Shout out to Keith. Got to call you too. We got to talk. He was saying, like, we were having a conversation about equating money with time. Mm-hmm. And so let's go back to 100,000. 100,000. Let's say you have no job. You got 100,000 in the bank in your pocket, whatever.
Yeah.
That's good. That could like sustain living for like about a year. Whether it's it's about a rent. Look, check it out. Rent a mortgage, car note, food, bills, some shopping here and there. Not every second.
Wait, a year though?
A year, 100,000.
Should last you longer than that. You know?
Not it should.
Yeah.
But okay, if we in New York, LA, 100,000. They say you need 140 to live comfortable, but 100,000. Again, if you really got the mindset for how to budget, 100,000 will get you. You'll be alright.
Well, look, if you got 100,000, right? You're not going out partying, living an extravagant life like you rich or something like that.
Not extravagant, but you're gonna want to party.
Yeah.
You're gonna.
I think 100,000 will get you at least a couple of years.
Nah.
Man.
Okay. So based on the logic we were talking about, so 100,000 could get you a year easy. You know.
Yeah, definitely a year easy.
A year easy. So $1 million. If 100,000 is good for a year, will get you good for a year, then $1 million is good for 10 years. The way people, people say $1 million ain't nothing. $1 million is,
and you're not working.
Is 10
you got $1 million and you're not working, or you got $1 million you working.
If you're working, cool.
If I had $1 million and I was working, I could probably die with some of that money still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're not working and you know, maybe you're trying to start a business, start of this, start of that. You know, starting a business can be expensive. Mm-hmm. So budgeting that would be necessary. But whatever your plans are, you got $1 million, you have no job. That's
no
10.
job.
That's 10 years. That's equivalent to 10 years. Mm-hmm. So $2 million, 20 years.
Okay.
Well, okay. So
but even if you put that $1 million in the bank and the interest or something like that, the interest on that a year that's what 40,000 or something like that.
Oh, you mean like a compound?
Yeah, just like your interest. If you put $1 million in the bank and you ain't touch it for a whole year, the interest on it should be. You have to do the math on that.
Yeah,
but I think,
you got to really. Yeah, it has to be a. Yeah, there are accounts that exist like that where you can gain that kind of interest. I don't think all
savings accounts, maybe not all savings accounts. Yeah.
I think it has to be like a compound savings account. But anyhow, those do exist, and that would be very smart if you were to do that, because you could just live off the interest. Right. But most people don't really equate money with time, and that would make sense, because if you could look at every amount as like equivalent to time, as far as living goes, I think we would treat money totally different. And the reason we were talking about this shit was because retirement. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't think about retirement.
Right.
You turn 65, but you got to live till you I mean, you retire at 65, but you're going to live till you 85, 90. Yo, that's like 2.5 mil. Yeah. That you're going to need for retirement.
Right. But you know what? I hear that number. But like you said, if you know how to maneuver, you might not need that 2.5 million. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yo, as you get older, they gonna have like they take. Who knows
that's now. Look, we ain't 65 yet.
Who knows what the future holds in terms of what they gonna have, what type of programs they gonna have for older people?
That's true.
Like that.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
But do you want to plan for that?
You don't want to plan. Look, you want to plan. You want to plan to have something. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, like what do they say? Shit happens and plans change.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you're gonna have to know how to maneuver.
You got to.
And I think 2.5 million. As you get older,
your
spending habits should change. So they shouldn't be as much, right? Only you're big as an older gentleman. You should your expenses is gonna be your rent, right? Rent and groceries. But you're not going to try to get fresh.
You're not. But let's hope. Hopefully, your health is doesn't need to be maintained.
Well, if you
because that could be an expense.
But if you're taking care of that while you're young, like right now, you working out, you eating good. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So there's a lot to consider. Damn, there's a lot to consider for when we get older. But that 2.5, that's a crazy number.
You look at that number and it's a lot, right? What's a million? A million is what?
10 years.
A million? Yeah. Hold on a second. So a million is what? Man, I'm bugging right now. It's 100,000 10 times. Right?
Yeah, because you need 100,000 a year. In a comfortable. I mean, if you're in a small town, you got 100,000. You could that 100,000 will last.
If you could figure it out,
the 100,000 will last for
100,000 10 times $1 million.
2 years maybe.
You might be able to do 100,000 20 times. You just got to figure it out. You got to figure out that lane.
Right.
And grind at it. You know what I'm saying? You got to, what I'm saying, get on your grind. But that's not a lot. You think about it, it's not a lot of money. 100,000 10 times. You done touched $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So. But we in the course of living and stuff like that, we gotta put out. You know what I'm saying?
We can't keep it. We gotta put it back out.
We gotta put it back out there. But if you could figure out something that's gonna generate money like that, 100,000 10 times ain't a lot.
Yeah. No, it ain't. It ain't. You know, a lot of these successful shows, podcast platforms, they generate some numbers, man.
You gotta sacrifice
monthly.
That's the whole thing about sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you get your first 100,000? You run out and go buy a big car,
and that's the shit that
you go run out and get the Rolex or something like that. I mean, you get
like
$10
chill.
Rolex, what?
They say you're supposed to put the first 500,000 in the safe and throw away they don't even exist.
And hustle like you broke.
Right.
You know
they said that's what old boy was saying last night in the room. He said when you get 100,000. when you make 100,000, you gotta act like you make 50, 40.
Oh.
You gotta act like until you you can't afford it unless you could buy it twice, kind of thing.
That's what they say. Yeah.
You know.
But also, when you went, also then you got to also think when you buying these things, right? This is increasing your bills, right?
Right.
So during this, there was a strike. There's the actor strike was going on or whatever like that. You know, and I got an actor, not an actor, but he's in Hollywood or whatever, and he got millionaire bills, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
crazy.
I had reached out to him and everything, to make sure everything was all right. Like, yo, it's all good. I understand things might be a little slow right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you got it though. You know what I'm saying? So like, whatever, take care. You gotta take care of, like, your bills is more crazy than mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I live a modest life and I don't have those bills.
Right.
He
might have 3-4 houses.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So like, I kind of dig it. Like, and I know like he ain't gonna stiff me or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yeah. So like, more money, more problems for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got bigger bills to pay now. That's all. So you got to keep generating that type of money. That money got to keep coming in.
More money, more problems, man.
Yeah. So it's like, they might be we envious of them. Like, damn, I want that house or with infinity pool and those cars and all the beautiful women, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like they got to keep that shit coming in. And that's stressful right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keeping that money at that level coming in is real, especially if the industry isn't a consistent industry.
And everything is changing. AI, everything is changing right now.
This shit is.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to get in. That you got to get on the technology, and with that change, you can't be afraid of change, because some people, I guess they get you can get caught up in the everyday kind of, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's working right now, but 20 years from now, like the yellow cabs in New York, you know what I mean? Shit, at one point in time, those medallions was going for $1 million, right?
Oh, that's a
Uber
fact.
came and messed all of that up.
Wiped
you know what I'm
it
saying?
all
Them shit's
out.
dried up. You know what I mean?
Wiped it all out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I had a bro that was driving yellow cab. He was killing, but then Uber and Lyft came through and shut it down.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that shit is always changing. So like, you getting money right now, and you got to keep coming in. So you got to keep evolving, kind of like keep adapting, keep readjusting.
Wow.
And that's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
Because you got now. Look, you've been getting money for a while. You taking care of certain people, and everything is smooth, right?
Yeah.
But things is evolving now. Things is changing. So you gotta change with it, kind of like, and that could be if you hopefully you got the momentum to keep it going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's important though, cause it's like it's so easy to forget about that shit. We just so in the now. It's like, you gotta look at the whole picture to really map this shit out correctly.
I mean, it's good to you live for the now, because tomorrow ain't promised, but you always putting away for the future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You put a little percentage away for the future. You know what I mean? That's one thing I learned before I moved out here. I always cut hair, but I had stopped cutting hair, and I was trying to get. I call it the exit plan, right? Because I'm like, you can't cut hair forever. Like, sooner or later you're gonna want to retire. So I went and took a couple city exams or whatever. I got the city job. I was working with MTA, and I just was noticing, like, people were just dying. Like, all those bus drivers, like, a lot of bus drivers were just passing away. There's one guy, he retired. He didn't even receive a check, and he passed away, right? So I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that shit. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to live for today.
That's true.
I was miserable with that job, so I was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got to get back to doing what I love to do, because tomorrow ain't promised for you. Like, so I'm working at this job thinking, 25 years I'll be able to retire.
It's like, God.
But that ain't even promised. Because life expectancy is 2 years. After you retire, you only got really 2 years to live, they say. According, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And then it's like you hoping nothing happened to you within the 25 years you gonna work to get to retirement.
Right. Yeah.
So this shit is wild.
Yeah. I mean, so like, I'm
wild.
fortunate. You fortunate, right?
Yeah.
We able to kind of have create our own income.
Right.
And we our own bosses, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stresses come with that, but I wouldn't change working for myself for working with somebody, for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because then you got to deal with they having a bad day today, so they're gonna just come in and mess with. You know what I'm saying?
And just interfere with your vibe. And it's funny because I worked in property management when for 7 years. So I've been in LA 8 years. I worked in property management for 7, and you know it was kind of like that mentality, like, yo, let me have this to help me sustain, but also to help fuel what I really want to do. Mm-hmm. And it was cool for a while, but you know, there's a clock on that. And once I, you know, in that 7th year, I started looking at my watch a little more, and I said, okay, I think it's time for me to, because I can't stay here. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm outgrowing the environment as far as, you know, work was concerned.
Right.
And like you said, people interfering with your...
Yeah, they having a bad day. Or they had a bad day at home, so now they want to come to work, and because they got a little power over you.
Right. Or if they don't feel like working, they want to put the work on you.
Right.
Just all kind of... There's a long list of all kind of shit that happens. And it's like, yo...
They're not saying your job is a bad thing.
Right? It ain't bad.
Some, you know.
But, you know, some of them have expiration dates. And, you know, instead of putting that effort into the job, you can put it into yourself. Yeah. And make you work for you.
But that's even hard, though, right? Because so you imagine, right? You work 12 hours at a job. And you got kids or family or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, when do you have time to work on yourself, kind of like sometimes. You know what I mean?
It's tricky. It's tricky. That's more the reason why we should take advantage, because we don't have to deal with those obstacles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we have full control and capability to just pour into what we do and what we love.
You don't even have time to take care of your health. Look, you got that job for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
And you chasing the money so hard,
you ain't even sleeping.
You neglect. You're sleeping. You're not working out. So like, how you even gonna enjoy that money when you retire in 25 years?
Word. You can't. You gotta.
Your health might be failing now. Now you got high cholesterol and diabetes and all that type of stuff.
Because you was eating Wendy's across the street from the job
you want to run
all
eating.
them years. Yes. God damn.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
I mean, that's why I say, you know, we fortunate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we blessed, for sure. Man. Well, we ain't mean to take y'all into a, you know, a depressing direction. And we just talking about what matters, you know. We talk about what we want to talk about, but then we also talk about what needs to be discussed, because y'all need to hear it and we need to hear it too while we're saying it. Yeah. It's a reminder. You know, a lot of things we discussed during this episode just reminded me, like, damn, gotta just eating, just talking about that. Like, I gotta kind of like cut back on eating out and you know, eating the
I try to
fast
eat clean.
foods. Yeah, see, I need tips from you. I don't like. I think I know how to eat clean, but it's just I don't know how to do it consistently.
That's the hard part, because if you're not food prepping,
exactly.
Then you like, shit, I'm hungry right now. It's gonna take me so long to cook. Let me just go get this right.
Let me just go get this, you know, up the block, or there's a taco spot over around the corner that it's fire. Right. Like, there's no reason that I can't go eat that. But yeah,
I've definitely been trying to cook though.
Yeah,
more and more. You know, TikTok recipes.
Yo, TikTok, we'll see you soon. That's all I gotta say. TikTok is ill.
All right. Got all kind of recipes. My new thing is the brown stewed chicken. I made some brown stewed chicken and some cabbage the other day.
Word.
That shit came out alright, man. Word.
Yo, that's ill. You got an air fryer?
I got an air fryer.
Got the air fryer. They got this pot that has like an electric base to it. Mm-hmm. And you could just cook. So you can literally, like, you don't got to be in the kitchen to cook.
Okay.
You could, like, plug the shit on. I mean, not that you would want to turn this shit on right here, but if you had to, you could cook anyway. Just plug it in and heat up the pot.
Right.
You pour whatever you cooking and preparing.
Right.
It's like you at the stove.
Okay.
And
It's like a not an instant pot.
it's like a portable. It's not necessarily an instant pot, but because they don't have like a top to it, it's like a pan, so to speak, that has like an electrical bottom and it heats up.
Like a heating
and,
plate, pretty
yeah,
much.
you could heat up. You could make a steak, throw some chicken in, whatever you need to do, shrimp, seafood.
That's living if you're living off the land or something. Now you got to plug it in. So
right, they got there's. I was watching it was I don't know if they're Asian influencers or what, but they got shout out, yo.
Who's that? What's that?
I don't know, where in Asia, you know what I mean? But it's just like they got their way of living. They walk. I don't know if you've seen. I gotta send you the video. They walk up to the door. They come home from work, whatever. They take their shoes off, put the shoes in like a sanitizing station.
Okay.
Then they put their feet in like these extra cozy ass slippers. Then they walk around. They put their keys in like a desanitizing situation. Like they have everything for everything, and it's like this shit is
Tokyo.
I don't know. I think it's Korea.
Korea, okay.
Or it might be Tokyo. I don't know. That's why I didn't want to trip up on the location and the demographics, so to speak. Yeah. But shout out to everybody.
That's fly though.
To be honest with you, speaking of Tokyo, as far as world travel, that's my next stop.
Yeah.
I want to go to Japan so bad. Just for the culture, the tradition, the discipline, the customer service, the cuisine, the fashion.
Right.
Like,
it's big out there. Hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? Hip hop, street fashion, high fashion. Yeah. The car enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? Like just
you're a car guy.
Yeah, I love cars, man. I love cars. Forever. I will, put me behind the wheel at any age and we can get it. Like in New York, the city, I mean, granted, if you're living in Manhattan, for instance, the city is the amenity. Being able to walk in any direction to go to this, that, whatever. And I think that's why it's so expensive in New York, because commuting is so easy and everything is everywhere.
You definitely need a car in LA.
You need a car here.
Yeah.
Gotta have a car.
Gotta have a car.
Shout out to Uber and Lyft, because I feel like it's cheaper here than New York.
Definitely cheaper.
But then at the same time, you don't necessarily need Uber and Lyft in New York, because you got the train, you got buses, you got, there's yellow cabs still out there running around. Yeah. It's many ways to get around in New York. But as far as that cost of living, yeah.
I think it's the same.
I think it's the same. You do get more here. Like I said, you get amenities. You get a pool on the roof, you get a gym downstairs, you get a club room, you get different things. Like you might get a concierge.
Right.
For those things in New York, you're paying
$3,000-$4,000 a month.
I was gonna say like $6,800.
$6,800.
Yeah, for like a real plush, because like a lot of the architecture in New York is old. So like a new build, at least in LA, a lot of these buildings are fairly new.
Right.
They're young, like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years old.
Right.
New York, it might be 50 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then you got to worry about other shit that could happen, like leaks.
Right.
And you paying all this money.
Yeah.
And we got an elevator in the fucking building. So it's like, yeah, it's a different quality of living, but it's it's all what you make of it.
The only way I would probably move back to New York if I could live how I wanted to live.
Exactly. I say the same shit.
I would if I could live like in a high rise by the water on the West Side Highway or something like that. I would probably, what I'm saying? I would move back to New York.
You don't want to go back to New York doing what you're doing here, because essentially here's is a higher quality of living.
Yeah. Definitely.
So sorry, New York.
Still love New York.
Still love.
Tatted on me, like, you know what I'm saying?
Still love it.
Can't get away from New York.
But at the same time, we got to do what we want to do when we go back. We can't go backwards.
Or lateral.
Yeah,
it's not backward. I would say more lateral. You know what I mean?
Right. stay where you at. Make it work here.
I feel like if you have a something that you do, a skill or a trade or something like that you do in LA, it's definitely more money out here, more opportunity.
Opportunity. Um, I want to say so, because that was my idea when I first moved here. When I was still in New York, thinking about coming here, I was like, I feel like there's, you know, more opportunity there based on what I was doing. You know, the industry I wanted to penetrate.
Right.
So in that sense, yeah.
So maybe it's
In your
maybe
sense, I would say yeah too, because I mean, looking good is like the business card. Like you are your business card.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How you look is
So maybe it's just the field that you're in, and perhaps. You know what I mean?
basically like you can't. You know, the medical field, LA's great.
Yeah, nurses they get paid pretty good.
Cosmetic, hairstyling. You know, just photography, video,
music.
music. Um, the list goes on, but
Creatively, I guess. Create a lot of creative.
yeah, this is definitely a hub. They say Atlanta's becoming
Yeah.
a place of
Supposed to be going out there to
influence.
visit out there soon.
Yeah, I gotta visit. I gotta see because I hear mixed reviews honestly about Atlanta,
Yeah.
and it's a shame because it's mostly us out there, which is great, but I hope that's not the reason. It's also not great, if that makes any sense. So I want to see for myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch down there. I'm gonna go out there in January, end of January. I'm gonna head touchdown out there.
Yeah,
Get a feel for my cousin. I got a cousin out there. She gonna kind of show me around. You know what I mean? I'm looking at like real estate. You know what I mean? Stuff
Yeah.
like that type of stuff. Cause it's,
Yeah.
out here, it's overpriced out here.
it's over. Yeah, it's
It's
overpriced.
at least $1 million or something that you might. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's on the low end.
Yeah.
It's on the low end.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna pay an M and change.
Right.
You know, the interest rate is.
You know, every place is gentrifying, so kind of gotta get in.
How you feel about gentrification?
I think it's good and it's bad. Like, you know, so the people who have not changed, it might be a little rough for them, or it's too late for them to change. It might be a little rough for them, but if you're willing to change and evolve, you know, it could be a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because gentrification definitely brings the property value up. So if you own something, you're gonna benefit, right?
Yeah.
It could also price you out if you're not willing to change, like and adapt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't have a means to adapt and change, it could perhaps price you out. You know what I'm saying? And then where you gonna go? So in that aspect, you know, it could be bad.
Yeah. I think if you live in the environment or the area that is being gentrified, then yeah, it could be harmful. But outside of that, I think it's dope because it's like you get to see the potential of certain areas in a different way. It's like, oh, they might put a shopping center or apartment complex that has restaurants in it or whatever, and now you can enjoy a different side of town in a different way because of the businesses that exist in that area.
It's bad for, I guess, for the people who get priced out, kind of like,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
It's not good for them.
If you live in that area and that's happening, yeah, it could be tricky.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate.
Right.
But that was another conversation that happened recently. It was like, yo, gentrification, good or bad.
And my response is pretty much just off the top of my head. I haven't really ever sat down and really thought about it. You know what I'm saying? But I just know that certain people will be affected negatively.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? By gentrification.
Mm-hmm.
Like the older generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they on a fixed income and stuff like that.
Damn, man. So many ways to segue. Because it's like, that's crazy. We can't forget about the older generation, the elderly.
Yeah.
Can't forget about them.
That's why I guess, you know what I'm saying, family is good. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
need family. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotta stay connected. Gotta stay in tune.
Right.
Um,
I think like a lot of older, like as older people get older, they kind of try to disassociate themselves with the youth, right? But I think it's
yeah, it's
important to
happening a
keep
lot now.
it's important to keep that that connection because they got the answers for the future and you got the history so that like you could kind of predict and nothing really changes, right?
Yeah.
Nothing really changes, so like it's gonna keep repeating itself, but the method changes, right? So if you got the history and they got the new method, y'all combine that, y'all should be able to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I always I ask my kids like, yo, what's going on? Like what's the new thing? Like what's popping? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just stay, and I do that with my son. I'm like, we exchange information that kind of way.
Yeah.
I'll tell him, he'll tell me what's going on now. I'll tell him what to expect in regards to like just him, existing as an adult now.
Right.
What to look forward to, what to prepare for.
I get so frustrated with my son. It's like,
Me
yo,
too.
man,
I
look,
mean,
yo, you got time on your hands.
They on their own type of time.
You got time on your hands. You got no bills to pay. Yo, you should be dreaming and imagining and trying to figure, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could try something, mess up, and keep trying and keep, you know what I'm saying?
And you walking around with a computer.
Because you're gonna be older a lot longer than you're gonna be younger.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, you figured out why you young. You know what I'm saying? You don't be trying to figure it out when you older, because now you got you got rent to pay and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of this shit.
And it's like there's no excuse for not knowing. That's the wild shit.
My son, he on like, I'll just get a job. Like, get a job. Like, that should be a last resort. Like, not saying nothing's wrong with a job, but fucking dream, nigga.
Yeah.
They got kids making $1 million
playing video games.
Playing video games. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, yo, I sent them all the gear. I said, yo, you're gonna need this, you're gonna need that, you're gonna need that. We'll get on FaceTime, I'll show you how to set it up. This whole thing, but he too busy. So if you hear me, if you see what hey, we'll talk about it, we'll figure it out, but I'm serious. I mean, you see me.
Yeah, listen to your dad. Listen to your pops,
yeah, man. But
I think that comes from their mother. You know what I mean?
Woo-hoo.
I think that be coming from their mom because they mother, they be wanting the best for them. They think they doing the right thing, but they boys, or they not women, they not girls. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
facts.
Ain't nobody coming to save you at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. There's emotions and there's logic. Yeah. We all have the ability to display and utilize both. As men, it's in our nature to utilize logic. As women, they lean more on the emotional side. I look at it as a scale. You move the dial. You got to know when to be emotional. You got to know when to be logical. You can't just stay on one side at all times. Got to move it. For women, yeah, you're going to see them move the dial to the emotional side a lot because they're women. They're nurturers. It's estrogen related, everything. We have testosterone. It's more fitting for us to be logical. And when raising men or boys to men, yeah, we gotta. A lot of single parents who are women raise, and I don't have the stats, but I would like to think, in my opinion, that a lot of single women,
right,
who are parents, raise their sons to be a little more emotional than they need to be.
And I don't even think they did it on purpose, though.
Right, that's my point.
Yeah.
Mothers are emotional.
I don't think they do it on purpose.
So I'm not saying shame on you. It's just by design.
Yeah.
It's by design. Yeah. And, I'm not saying that now we have the generation of. I'm not saying that that's why. You know, it just is what it is. It's just something to keep in mind.
Right.
It's just something to keep in mind. So we got to promote 2-parent households, and we got to just be in our
100%.
Be in our kids' lives, and just be in the lives of the youth because they need us, whether they are kids or not. You know what I'm saying? It taking a village to raise a child. We got to bring that shit back in style. Everybody's kind of like doing their own thing. Every man for themselves. Every family for themselves.
Everybody chasing that bag. That's what
you
it
know,
is.
It's like, yeah, everybody chasing the bag. Family competing with each other. Cousins is competing. Friends is competing. Like, nah, we got a bigger fight.
Right.
And that's it. We gotta, we might be in last place as a race. We gotta.
You know what? I wouldn't say we in last place, but they would like us to probably believe that we in last place. I think we got a lot more power than we show, or that we live up to and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Said it. We got to show it, because outside looking in, they like, yo, we consume, we don't create, we don't innovate.
We create everything. You know what I'm saying? We create everything, but we just sell it.
We don't own it.
Right. We don't own it. Right. Yeah, we don't own it. That could be it. We don't own it, but we create a lot though. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. We don't own it.
We don't own it.
Yeah.
So then, okay, like you said, we create it, but then it gets, okay, thank you.
Because anything we do, we do to the, you know what I'm saying, to the 10th power, like, you know what I'm saying?
We do.
Like
but
hockey, look, we don't play we don't play hockey. The you know what I'm saying, the best hockey players, I think, are they black? Are they black, man? You have to Google that, don't we? Edit that.
We'll edit it. But, in regards to entertainment, yeah, fair. Art, entertainment, culture, we dominate. Sports, we dominate.
Right.
I factor
even
in.
NASCAR, right?
Yeah, we taking.
Anything we do.
I'm quick to say, shit, if we got it. Just, I don't got the stats. But yeah, we definitely, we take over. But, as far as like sustaining society, like I just want us to make sure that we know that we're capable of doing more than that. 100%. It don't stop with entertainment. It don't stop at music. It don't stop at film. It don't stop at sports. Like we could do more than that, And China just recreated the fucking sun.
What?
Oh, you ain't know that?
Nah.
This is months ago too, or is that last year? I think it was this year they did that shit.
China recreated the sun, so that means they could put the sun someplace else.
They did a, well, probably not the size of the real sun, but big enough for it to look like sunrise.
So if we could find water on another planet, they create the sun.
They could fuck around and they could play games over. They playing but we gotta. What we do is valid, but we gotta compete.
Yeah.
We gotta compete, cause we could do it, but we be chilling.
Nah, it's like you raise, say your mom and your father, they well off, right? So you raise, they came from, they used to struggle, whatever, you know what I mean? But they made it. So now their kids don't know nothing about that, right? They never lived anywhere else besides in the suburbs someplace, right? So it's like they don't know. They don't push themselves out because they feel like it's they supposed to have it, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So if you coming from a place like, that's like a basketball, somebody who play basketball, right? And every time, they young, whatever, they in junior high school and they young, they the star, right? They the man. Everywhere they go, oh, you the man, you know what I'm saying? They know you, right? How you don't never get no better because you already think that, you know what I'm saying?
You already think you nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like, as Americans, I think, like, you know what I'm saying? People, us here in America, we kind of like, we comfortable, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Or we're content.
Or we just think we supposed to have it like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, there's somebody hungry right now, while we sleeping, they at work.
That's
you know
what I'm
saying?
trying to say. I don't want us to fall in that place of just being content with oh, we good. This is enough. Like, nah, there's more. We want more. We want more. We talk about reparations. Yeah, that's the thing. I do agree with that, but they're not gonna entertain that because it appears like we don't take each other seriously, just in the sense of us working together. You know, there's no little.
I think if we work together, we might be able to get those reparations. Like if we work together, we came together, and we had a common, like came in one accord.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Then they would have no choice but to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like we gotta really start from the ground up in a real way if we want to even see that kind of change in our lifetime.
You got chiefs and you got Indians, right? Everybody's not meant to be a chief. You got, you know what I'm saying? Some people are meant to be Indians, and the chiefs gotta have.
Motherfuckers,
you know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers don't want to be Indians. Everybody want to be chiefs. Okay, yeah, we understand. That's not gonna work because ain't nobody gonna be working.
Right.
Everybody gonna be like, yo, I'm CEO, I'm CEO, I'm CEO. Everybody's CEO. Wait, so how's your company stand? How is it? How does it exist? You have no staff. My point is, you might be an Indian for just a certain amount of time. Then that might change where you get positioned to that CEO position. The baton gets passed down. The business grows. You might not be CEO, but you might be in charge of that region of the business now.
But do you really want to be a chief though? Like, not everybody is even cut out to be a chief. Like,
well,
who wears the crown head is heavy. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to come along with that.
That's a big
you know what
fact.
I mean? So sometimes it's easy to be the lieutenant. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But everybody, it's a lot of ego. It's a lot of ego. We ego driven. We want, oh nah, I want my respect too. I want my just due. You got it. Why I can't be CEO? You CEO.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean,
you got a chain of businesses. Why I can't have a chain?
You can. I'm saying, but that comes with a lot of responsibility. You can have all of that. You know
right.
what I'm saying? But do you really want that?
Right. But you might have been hungrier for it than me. But I just want it because you got it.
Yeah. Nah.
See, like we gotta fix that shit. Like it being okay with. We gotta be okay with having a different process to get to where, or a different path to get to where we want to go. We might want to get to the same destination. We got a different path, but I want to hop in your lane because it seems like you getting the way you gotta go faster. But that's your path,
right? And yeah, everybody has their time too. You know what I'm saying? So you can't watch somebody else's time. Like you don't know what work he put in before to get to where he at right now. So you just gotta wait your turn, kind of like.
It's like all kind of shit that goes into why people are where they at. You can't just look at it for what you see.
You might not have been through what he been through. That's why you not where he at. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's experiences, they mold them in, you know what I'm saying, a different kind of way. Like, you know what I'm saying? What our experience set me up for where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Might have took a risk that you might not be willing to take. You probably took a risk that you don't even know you got to take.
Right.
You got to get through the learning process and know, oh shit, I got to sacrifice all of this for that. Fuck.
Right.
I was planning on keeping everything. I got to sacrifice. Yeah, you got to let shit go. Yeah. You might have to move. You might have to. It's all kind of shit, and we got to open our minds up to that shit to really like get to that place. I guess that was kind of like my closer. You know what I'm saying? Just I like to chop it up, but I also like to, feed the people.
Definitely.
You know what
I'm saying?
I guess that's how we cook.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Until next time, y'all.
Yes, sir.
We out of here.